If crowded places drain you, and you've always felt slightly out of place in loud rooms, this isn't random, and it's not a personality flaw. It's a processing difference. Because when you walk into a crowded space, most people's brains filter the noise. Yours doesn't. It scans, tracks, analyzes, stores every tone shift, every subtle expression, every shift in energy. And after an hour, you're not tired from talking. You're tired from processing. That's not weakness. That's bandwidth. But here's what nobody tells you. If you don't understand this trait, it can quietly start shaping your entire life. And most people never realize it's happening. Imagine this. You're at a gathering. Music's playing, people are laughing, someone's telling a story across the room. Everyone else seems loose, but your brain? It's tracking who's slightly irritated, who's pretending to enjoy themselves, who just shifted their tone by half a degree. The overlapping voices start to blur. The lights feel slightly too bright. Your body tenses before you even realize it. You notice the forced smile, the tight shoulders, the micro-glance toward the exit. By the time you get home, you're not tired from socializing. You're tired from processing. Here's what's actually happening inside your mind. There are 3 different types of people who get drained by crowds. From the outside, they look identical. Inside, completely different wiring. Type 1, the absorber. Some people walk into rooms. You walk into emotional weather systems. Every tone shift, every forced laugh, every tension ripple someone thought they hid. You don't just notice it, you feel it. Psychologists call this sensory processing sensitivity, found in roughly 1 in 5 people. Translation: your brain processes more data per second than average. Crowds aren't loud to you, they're saturated. Type 2, the Sentinel. Calm face, hyper-aware mind. You automatically clock exits, distance between people, sudden changes in energy. Not anxiety, prediction. Your brain learned early that awareness equals safety, so now it runs background threat detection software 24/7. While others relax into environments, your system audits them. Type 3, the signal fader. This is the one nobody talks about. You don't fear crowds, you fade inside them. The louder the room gets, the quieter your inner voice becomes. It's like trying to hear a whisper next to a jet engine. So you don't avoid crowds because you're scared. You avoid them because you lose signal. And here's something most people never admit. Sometimes you don't avoid crowds because they overwhelm you. You avoid them because they reveal how different you feel. Everyone's laughing and you're analyzing. Everyone's vibing and you're decoding. That gap, that's the part that hurts. Here's the part most people never realize. Knowing you're safe and feeling safe happen in different brain systems. Logic talks to your thoughts. Your nervous system talks to your body. And if your sensory filter lets in more input than average, overload feels like danger, even when nothing's wrong. That's not dysfunction. That's sensitivity bandwidth. The strength becomes a problem only if you don't know how to regulate it. But here's the part that changes everything. There is a way to keep the perception without paying the exhaustion tax. Most people with your wiring never learn it. That's why they burn out socially. From an evolutionary perspective, brains like yours were survival advantages. While others relaxed, people like you noticed danger first. You sensed shifts earlier, read patterns faster, detected threats sooner. Modern life is just louder than your wiring was designed for. But be careful. If you never learn to manage this trait, it can quietly turn into isolation, not because people reject you, but because you pre-reject environments before they get the chance to surprise you. That distinction matters. So when someone says, "Why don't you go out more?" understand this. You're not avoiding life, you're protecting depth. You're not too sensitive, you're highly perceptive. And perception is expensive in loud environments. The goal isn't to shut your system down, it's to learn how to turn the volume knob. Keep the awareness, lose the overload. And that regulation isn't about becoming less sensitive. It's about deciding when your system scans and when it rests. That's the balance. Real question is, which type are you? Absorber, Sentinel, or signal fader? Comment the number. Statistically, 1 out of 5 people shares this wiring. They just thought something was wrong with them. And if this felt uncomfortably accurate, there's another trait people with your operating system almost always have. It's powerful, and it's misunderstood. Watch the next video.